What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So I'm coming at you with my thoughts of the M17. So this is a range review. Little disclaimer, guys, this is a post-range review, all right? I actually don't have shooting footage out there. Somehow my GoPro managed to get misplaced in the move to the new house. However, I'm going to come at you, tell you what it is. I brought the target home. We're going to talk about my thoughts on the M17. Let's get into it. Here we are, guys. Here is the Sig Sauer M17. All right, the M17. Good gun. I've talked about it before. Yeah, I just introduced it in my last video. But anyways, I made a few trades. I picked this up, and well, because it's a damn good gun. All right, it is a damn good gun. I have a lot of experience with this. I have a friend of mine actually owns an M17. He when it first came out to market, he was within the first people that rushed out and got it. And I've shot a lot with it with him, and it's a really good gun, a really good gun to shoot, very accurate gun to shoot, very accurate, very fun gun to shoot. So I do like the M17 a lot. But anyway, so I made a couple trades and I picked one up myself. So today it was a weekend, so I decided to head down to Wolf's Range, and I went shooting over at Wolf's Range where I usually go shooting out here. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm really I'm glad I got the gun. I'm really glad I got the gun. So I put about 256 rounds through the actual gun. Actually, yeah, about 256 rounds. I found a pretty good deal over Cabela's, and I got was Independence, the aluminum jacketed 115 grain 9mm, and they had 100 round boxes. So I got a pretty good deal. So I got 200 round boxes. So I got 200 rounds of the aluminum jacketed stuff. But every year I cycle through my carry ammunition. I really do. I usually use Remington Golden Saber. I also use Sig Sauer V Crown. So I had some year-old ammunition that I needed to cycle through. So I decided to take that out there too, and hence that makes 56 rounds. So it was 256 rounds today. So it was fun. I had fun. I had a lot of fun over there at the range. So we'll talk about it real quick. So I'm not going to go in depth on the M17, guys. There's 100 videos out, maybe 1,000 videos out there on the M17. So I'm not going to go into details about the military trials and stuff like that. I'll just cover a couple of features of why I chose this gun when I purchased this gun. So first things first, I do like Sig Sauer. I think they make good guns. I like the fact that the M17 comes with Sig Light night sights, or I don't know if these are Sig Light, but they're a type of Sig Light night sights. I like the fact that it comes with the night sights. I like the fact that there's RMR cut. Now, if I want to, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to. I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm still old school for my iron sights on a pistol, but I have the option of popping that plate off and putting an optic on it for some time down in the future. I don't plan on doing that, but you never know it. At least I have a gun that I can do it, right? So I have that feature to it. Has the safeties. Okay, I like safeties. Now, safeties aren't for everyone, right? You don't need a safety. It's just when it comes to a 320, I'd prefer having a safety. For a striker fired gun, I'd prefer if there was actually some sort of trigger mechanism on this, like a blade or like a Glock trigger or M&P trigger. I like having a blade, like some sort of trigger safety in it. Since there isn't on 320, I didn't pick one up in the past because I was like, okay, I don't like the fact that it's a striker fired pistol without some sort of blade safety on the trigger. So I wasn't too happy about it. However, when they came out with the M17, which requirement they had the safeties, I'm like, all right, I'm on board. I'll take it. I have no problem carrying it. And so there you have it. So those are the reasons I pretty much like the M17. Now, when I picked this up, guys, it came with 2 mags. All right, so technically they usually come with 2 17-round magazines in the state of Connecticut. We're only allowed to have 10-round magazines, so it actually only came with 1 10-round magazine, so I had to pay the $50 to get a second 10-round magazine. And what the heck, Sig? Why are your magazines $50 a piece? It's insane in how pricey those magazines are. Little venting there. But, so I need to get more, in time I'll pick up some more magazines, hopefully in the next few months or something like that. I'll kind of add it to my store. I like having a minimum of 3. I prefer having at least 5 magazines per gun. But as is right now, it's good to go. It's good to go. So I've only shot 256 rounds through this specific pistol. I don't know what they did in the factory. Probably wasn't too many rounds, just to test to make sure it was good. But until this point, this is it. It's been 256 rounds. Now, I'll pull the target real quick. So I like the IDPA targets, so they're kind of nice. So here we go. So once again, I noticed it was a little bit left to me. Now, one thing you see a little bit up here and stuff like that, I got excited. I was doing 50-yard shots, and I wasn't really homing in. I was like, oh, this is so much fun. I'm like, oh, maybe I should slow down a little bit. And then I brought it back in. But anyway, so here it is. So it goes a little left for me. All right, so it goes a little bit left for me when I'm shooting, which I'm used to. All my guns I'm used to. But I don't think that's really much of an issue with this gun. The problem is with this gun, I was using the aluminum case 115 grain. When I use like 200 or with my not 200, when I use 124 grain NATO is what I use with my buddies when we shoot it. I am almost dead center with those ones. So I bet if I put some plus P ammunition through it or the NATO ammo for it would bring this group right over here. Made it really not that big of a deal. So not that big of a deal. It would bring it right over there. So I pushed out a little bit of distance. At first I started at 50 going kind of nice. I'm like, man, this is fun because it's such a fun, the 320's got such a nice trigger. Then I got a little too overexcited, right? A little bit too overexcited. But there you go. That's my end results for the M17. So that's 256 rounds. So it was a fun range time. It was an absolute fun range time. I didn't have a single malfunction, didn't have a single hiccup or anything like that. They made a good gun. If I remember, it's from what I've heard in the trials, they did 12,000 rounds through it, give or take. So yeah, this gun can run. And pretty much from what I've been reading and looked in, or videos, reading, all this other stuff, pretty much every single type of ammunition you put through it, it just cycles it. So it's a very reliable gun, which is a big plus. A lot of people are big into that. It's a very good shooting gun, right? Very good shooting sight gun. I really like these sights. These are really nice sights the way how they're set up. I've said it before. My only downside to the sights is these are so big, like so wide over here, that takes away of your front of the view a little bit. I like kind of my triangular sights, kind of like my Glock, like my Trijicon HD. I like how they kind of narrow down like that. But that's the only downside to these specific sights. But next to that, they're pretty darn good shot. They're pretty darn good sights. They glow pretty good at night. So it is a great gun, guys. I highly recommend, if you haven't had one, go out and get it. Now for the 1911 guys, you guys know me, I'm a big 1911 guy too. If you are kind of been iffy about using a striker fire gun, and you don't really want to do it, and you've been like, yeah, I don't really need a striker fire gun. I got my 1911s. I don't really like the striker fire guns. You might want to try an M17, just if you want to get a feel for a good striker fire gun. Everything, the controls, the safety, everything like that is almost identical to the 1911. Actually, the safeties are a little bit farther back on the 1911, but when it comes to operations, it's very similar in operations to it. So it's a very good shooter. It's a very natural pointing gun. Very natural pointing gun. I like how this shoots in general, and it's a good shooting gun. So if you 1911 guys or kind of want to get a feel for a M17 or go for a striker fire pistol, guys, go check out the M17. It is a very good gun. Now the only thing that's been bothering me about this gun, which has been ticking me off, is holsters. For Pete's sake, people, I've been contacting a bunch of different holster people out there just to see a general idea of what it would take for that. And like some big name brands out there that are all over the place, their molds don't work for the 320. Or for the M17, their 320 molds don't work for it because they refuse to do anything different or change the holster design just a little bit because they like to mass produce it and stuff like that. The safeties, okay, get in the way of the sweat guard, all right, on the inside the waistband holsters, because I've been looking for an inside the waistband holster. I found a couple good ones yet. I'm probably going to get one, but I have an idea of who I'm going to go through to get it. I don't know, but that's the only downside to this. It's finding a holster for it. I mean, basically what I've been using here is my 1791 gun leather holster. It's designed for a 320, all right? So it fits very well in there. But for me, even this gun, a lot of people say this is strictly outside the waistband duty carry. This is inside the waistband carry gun too. You can conceal this. I've concealed it throughout the week, just giving a feel for it. It's a very good gun. The holster I concealed it inside my old Galco Stone Go that fits everything, and it's like a little suede kind of whatever. It works, but I prefer it inside the waistband. Kydex holster is what I'd rather get for it. So that's the only downside to this. I'm having a hard time finding a holster. I have a couple makers I've got to, and they said, oh, not a problem, man. We could easily tweak it for you and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to order that next month, because this month, with the help of my Patreons, I went out and I got a weapons mounted light. So expect to see a review for that in the next couple weeks. So I picked that up with all the support from patrons out there. So after that, and the next things I'll be buying when it comes to guns is I'll be getting magazines for this and a holster, because I need to get those magazines out there, and I need to get a good holster for it. Anyway, guys, if you like the video. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me, guys. If you want to help support this channel, go check me out on Patreon. The link will be down below in the description. You can help support this channel with $1 a month or whatever you'd like to do. And that little bit of support goes a long, long way. Remember, guys, it is our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.